mean for business. I'm now joined by an African business analyst, Victor Khomeswana. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Welcome to you.
Good morning, Peter.
All right, so have I oversold this? I mean, are these the most important elections that Zimbabwe has had since 1980, particularly for business?
I would say, Peter, I mean, I remember I grew up idolizing President Mugabe, and Zimbabwe was an ideal country. It was democratic, it was free, and suddenly started going wrong. And I can't go into the merits and demerits of why it went wrong. Bottom line is you can't have a country that's seen as the basket case when it used to be the bread basket. Zimbabwe has it all: minerals, agricultural potential, hardworking people, high literacy, the highest literacy in Africa. So you can't go wrong. This election had better turn it around. I mean, luckily for people like us, we've been around for a long time in Zimbabwe, but you need to make sure you consolidate the gains made in the past few years. And there have been a few gains.
All right, so I would imagine that more than anything, investors need clarity of policy, of politics, a business environment in which they can say, look, when I wake up in the morning, this is the lay of the land, and I'm safe with my assets there.
Right. And I think to an extent, Zimbabwe, in the past 10 years, let's say, it has moved towards that certainty. At least you know you need indigenization. You need 51% Zimbabwean ownership. You might not like that, but in business, the one thing you want is certainty. You know what you're dealing with. You can assess your risk, quantify how much it's going to cost you, and move on. The political uncertainty is the one that might be a problem. Whether or not the people, the contestants in this election, will respect the outcome. Once that is for sure, I can tell you Zimbabwe is already on its way to recovery. There are indications, there are investors going in, the airlines that start flying into that country show you that there's traffic of business people going in there. There will be signs that people will start seeing, but underhand already, if you are watching, you know there is a change. But political certainty is the key.
All right, when people talk about Zimbabwe, agriculture, mining comes to mind, but are there other sectors that people could be investing in Zimbabwe?
Well, think about it. When you have mining and agriculture, you have primary industries. But with primary industries, that's how Johannesburg was built. What happens? You get tourism, you get travel, you get banking coming in, you get retail because people have to eat, they have to buy clothes. So in the end, those will remain the mainstay of Zimbabwean agriculture, economy. But on the back of them, as you know, the financial sector is already well developed, the stock exchange, which shows you that there's a diversity. But tourism often follows, retail follows, and of course, remember, Zimbabwe is very central to the Southern African region. So it's a whole lot of infrastructural developments leading into the neighboring countries, Mozambique, Zambia, South Africa, Botswana. That's where it's so important to have Zimbabwe working out economically and politically.
And with the dollarization of the economy, what's happened to financial services? Have they become more sophisticated?
But more certain as well. Because when you dollarize, what do? You peg your economy to the rest of the world. Again, politically, we might not like it because why are we using the American dollar? But the point is, if you are trading worldwide in dollars, it's much easier now to put value to products in Zimbabwe. So that has just brought some certainty and some standardization.
Okay, we've run out of time, but very quickly, is there a preferred candidate for business?
The one who will create a more political certainty is the preferred candidate.
All right, Victor, you're not putting your neck out, I can see. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the program.